Hey gang, Power Bricks back with another toy review, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Lego Megazord. And today what I have is the Go Beast Megazord, and this Zord is comprised of three Zords. We have Go Elephant, Go Bear, and Go Wildcat. Now, I decided to do three Zords this time because usually I always do 5 or maybe 6. So for this one, I just shaved it all the way down to 3, and I am planning on building more Zords to go with this. A Green Eagle is the next build, and 2 others, but the Green Eagle does serve a purpose with these 3, and the other 2 Zords serve their purpose with the Green Eagle. So that's another treat. But for now, we're just going to be taking a look at these guys, and they're extremely massive for one, so that's one reason why they're in this funky camera angle. So apologies for that. But anyway, let's just get into this review. So first up is the Elephant. And Elephant is the Red Ranger Zord, as you can tell. It's very, very big and very well articulated, by the way. You get articulation all the way back there. You don't get any knee joints. No knee bending. Only this way, but that's for transformation. You do get articulation here, front and back, up there, and his tail is even articulated to a certain degree there. Has a little cool chain accessory back there. I gave him one of those little thingies like, the Indian elephant, but his trunk is articulated also, and his tusks, but that's for via transformation or combination. Now, I will state right now, this guy is a little parts former. They all are. And they also do transform in their own way. So, please, cut me the slack. I'm not a pro at this, but I am creative. So, cut me some slack, and that's all I can pretty much say. You guys be the judge here for what this Zord looks like. He is a little articulated. I tried to get something. This is what I was going for, an elephant. Not really too much to go over. But besides that, we're just going to move him out the way and just bring in the bear. And for the bear, it is Blue Zord, of course. And I think that he came out great. My first bear Zord, I think. No. This is my second, maybe. I'm not sure, but he's one of my few bear Zords. And his articulation only goes up with these legs on the ball joint and his toes. So for here, it's on ratchet, and also there and here. It's just so satisfying to be able to do that. And then you can just move his paws however you want, and he can stand. His mouth is posable, and also his head is rotatable, and you can lift it up and down. So that's always a good plus to have with these toys. That's great and all. So we can always go into the next one, which is the Wildcat, which is a very different proportion Zord. And I know you guys are going to ask me, why is it shaped like that? Well, it's in the crouching position to hunt, and it's going to stay like that because it's a toy. Besides that, its legs are a little flimsy, so apologies for that, guys. Besides that, her claws are articulated, and they can do some mean things. Her mouth is articulated to go all the way down there, and it can close back up whatsoever, along with her hands. I mean claws, because it's a cat. It doesn't really have hands. But along with its claws, that's what it can do. And nonetheless, that is all I can say for the Wildcat. And it is, as a size comparison, we can just compare it to the bear, and it's about the same, but it crouches down a little more, so it doesn't really look the same. It's a little different because it's, I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's compare it to the elephant, and you can already tell that is a huge difference. There isn't really too much math to go over there. But besides that, we can just jump into this transformation sequence since he's already there. Now, for Escanor, I mean, for the giant elephant, what we're going to do first is unplug the head. So once you unplug the head, you can then take off the front legs. And these are 2 extra kibbles and bits. You guys are going to hate me for that. But yeah, they'll stay there. Then you get this entire section. Let me raise my camera for this. So you get this entire section, and you bring it around, and you simply just rotate it like that, and thus these come. No, we'll leave those down for now. But that reveals the face already, and here's the upper body of the Zord. Now that you have that upper body done, you can then come to the elephant trunk, which is so sweet and simple. All you have to do is fold up the tusks, and once you fold up the tusks, you can then get this and get it into position, plug it on, and you can also just fold those in like so. And here is the upper torso. Here's the upper torso of the, oh wait, no, that was correct, just like that. And then you can also just flip up those little accessories. And here's the upper torso of the Zord. Boom. Okay, and we're also going to add these extra bits, which you guys are totally going to bash me in the comments for. I can already see it. Oh, it's a parts former. Oh, why did you make a parts former? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't fire me. Don't fire me. Make sure you pay me. But anyway, besides that, here is the upper body. Now it's kind of late. Now let me adjust my camera. Okay, it's kind of late, guys, and I'm trying to work this review out for you guys before I go to work tomorrow. So here is the upper body of the Zord. So next up, we are coming to our bear friend, and Smokey will do his honors of transforming for us. So Smokey, we're going to rip off your legs. Ow. And once you rip off his legs, you can then rip, come on, there you go, rip off his head. That always works easily. Now once we completely rip his head off and obliterate this animal, we're then going to open up this section here, and that is going to fold out this connector bit. But before you put that in, you're going to flip that down. Then you're going to get this here and just sort of get it to an angle, to almost straight but not straight, to about this, let's set a slight bend. And once I have that at a slight bend, I can then bring this in and sandwich it together, get this here, fold these back, and then fold up the feet. And once I do that, there is my simplistic leg, and this will become a fist. So now that we have that done, we can start to attach it. So we bring in the main body, and first we're going to plug in his legs. His leg there. That makes him taller. And then we're going to get this bear here and plug it onto, no, I would do it on this side like my original thought, but I think I'm going to have it a little more uniform for the review. So we're just going to plug it in on his original side if I can get it in there. Anyway, besides that, I'm totally out of the frame. Now this looks totally disgusting. Alright, anyway, besides that, in this terrible review, and it is not going the way I expected, just kidding. Anyway, so we're just going to get this head and plug it in. Once you do that, you rotate it, and there it gives him a bend at the elbow. Boom. There's that. And let me just fix the camera real quick. Alrighty, and we're back. I fixed the camera. So here's what the Zord is supposed to look like right now. So next up, we're just going to get this piece here, and we're going to just plug it onto the back of Red's arm. If I can get it to match up evenly, then it should just simply plug into place, and then I can fold this in to make like a type of bigger shoulder pad to sort of give the Zord more bulk. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're repeating that same process on the other side, and just to make sure it's all lined up like so. Okay, so there is the extra bulk added with blue, and thus the Zord is getting good. So next we're going to come down to yellow really quickly. I'm going to have a piece of the Zord in the frame, but we're going to come to yellow, and what we're going to do is just kind of the same transformation for blue. We're just going to rip off the legs, which is a very simple thing for this Zord. Next, we're going to come to the head and pull it off. I just had to think what the heck I was about to do with it. So once we do that, we're going to bring the feet back, and then we're going to close up the claws like so, which gives you the standable foot. I think that's the right way. Yeah, that's actually the right way, or it was that way. Yes. No. Okay, let me try to remember how I did this. Okay, it was this way. You just have to remember these are heels. So, okay, once you do that, we can then get this entire section. Let me just bring that up. But you're going to just flip this up, and you're going to have this bent just to like an angle, just like the other one. And once you do that, whoops, that was not supposed to happen. Anyway, take two. But once that happens, you are then left with all these extra kibbles and bits. So what do you do with them? You put them on the rest of the Zord. That's what you do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it right back on the Zord. So we're gonna get this head and just plug it right into that ratchet socket, like so. His hands are pretty big, guys. So sorry about that. We're gonna just plug it in to the other side. Now he can stand, and I don't have to hold him on his last limb of life. So then we come to his bare back, and we're going to add a little sort of wing action to him. So first, if I can remember how I did this, you know, I'm kind of old, so this kind of jacks me up a little bit. But, yes. We plug these on. Nope, that is absolutely wrong. Don't ever listen to me when I say, oh yes, okay. There, and I'm not that old, I'm only 20. Okay, so without trying to destroy my Zord, I have to position these correctly because it's supposed to go a certain way. And once I do that, oh gosh, that wasn't supposed to look right. Okay, so I'm going to back my camera up as you heard me move my chair. Here is the Zord. It is complete. This is Go Beast Megazord. This is a very hideous shot. But let's get a closer look at him. And I will bring in, whoops, wow, that was terrible. Anyway, besides that terribleness going on and it being extremely late, we're just going to take a closer look at the Zord's face. It's very simple. I just left it gray with blue eyes and a gold faceplate mask. All in all, this is the Zord I was going for. Just something simple, but yet made out of 3, and then just not very super duper streamlined proportioned. I was just going for the Sentai blockiness. And this is a Power Bricks Megazord. They're always going to be blocky because they're Lego or whatever else other brand I use. But besides that, the articulation is pretty basic for all my Zords. You get 360 rotation almost because these hands are like extremely big. So it really just keeps it from not doing it. But it's okay because I love it for what it is. This is for me, that's all that matters. And you guys to watch. But his mouth opens up, her mouth I should say, opens up. And then same for the bear. You get the same articulation. Let's just ripped it completely to shreds, and I did. Jeez Louise, how could I be so clumsy in this review? What is going on with me? Get it together. Alright. But anyway, besides me almost just wrecking this entire review and wasting mostly over a minute of your time on that little piece of this video, here is the Zord itself. Tell me what you guys think. How does it look to you? I just sort of, yes, it's very off, I know, but just what do you guys think? He kind of leans because he is a little top heavy, I won't lie to you, but besides his top heaviness, he is a durable Zord, I believe. I mean, he could be one of my best builds, he could be one of my worst builds. I was actually thinking about making a more streamlined Zord for my next one. I really do want to make a proportioned Megazord. So here it is, guys. You guys let me know what you think about the Go Beast King, and this is Power Bricks signing out.